Welcome back to another St. Nigel Trades video. Today I'll be discussing price action for ES, NQ, gold, and for Bitcoin. You can probably look in the description down below and just sift through whichever one you want to see. It's going to be linked down below, the different timestamps for me going through all the different correlating pairs. But without further ado, let's get started. I'll just increase that a little bit. Here we have Forest Factory open. We have FOMC later on today, 2 p.m. So that kind of inclined me to not trade today. I saw price action though, and it looked actually pretty good. I could have taken a trade. I'll show you where I could have taken a trade later on, but we have FOMC at 2 p.m. today. So that made me, I didn't think there was going to be much liquidity within the market for me to actually even execute a trade, so I didn't even really bother. And even if I would have been on the charts, I wouldn't have taken a trade just to minimize risk, because you want to save profits, you know what I'm saying? So also previously on Monday, no news, and Tuesday, no news, but they just had, well, kind of retail sales on 8:30. I didn't trade either of those days either, but let's see for tomorrow. Doesn't seem to be anything, at least for the US dollar. Unemployment claims, that could kind of fuck it up. I guess this week's just been, September in general, terrible week for trading. So without further ado, let's hop on the charts and see what we can cook up. All right, here open we got NQ price action, and I'm on the 30-minute time frame at the moment. This was slow consolidation, but this right here was just straight up accumulation. And if we know our AMD, this is the accumulation leg, this is a manipulation, and then this is the distribution. And right here on the 30-minute time frame, price created a fair value gap to the downside, and price retraced into it. Not only is it a fair value gap, it's also a order block that price retraced into perfectly, might I add, retraced perfectly into it and started to drop. This is probably where I would have taken my trade. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, you see here, literally 5 minutes after market open, we can see that price retraced all the way up into here, hit this order block slash fair value gap on the higher time frame, and started to plummet. And I would have targeted, my trade would have been going on still to this point, and I would have probably targeted right about here, which actually would have hit. Wow, really good risk reward. If you want to see the risk reward, and I will comment down below if you want me to make a strategy on my make a video. Comment down below if you want to see me make a video on my strategy, because with risk rewards like this, like, you literally be floating in profit. This is the entry that I would have been looking at. Off of this sweep, probably would have targeted this that low, and then targeted all the way down to here. Let's see that risk reward. Perfect setup. What's that? 1 to 9 risk reward. You can't make this up. This is literally just perfect risk reward. Which you will see me execute a lot more on later on when price action is actually good enough for me to trade. I'm surprised that price action was even this good, but yeah. What we can expect to see from price. Actually, I was even thinking that, considering where we are, and it just hit the -2 standard deviation before retracing back up into equilibrium, I see that if you go into a higher time frame, on the 30-minute time frame, we can see this fair value gap right about here. So I predict that price might retrace into it. Let me actually dry it out as well. I predict that price is gonna come up to here and then plummet down even low, because if let's go on the 1 hour or 1 hour real quick, and let me just show you. Look at where price opened at. Like, imagine this whole area right here. This is all liquidity. All of this is all liquidity, and this is all stuff that price has to fill in before shooting back up, right? So if price really wants to make any big moves up, we knew that price was going to be bearish this whole time. The reason TJR lost all that money on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, he didn't trade today, but on Monday and Tuesday, Monday was because he was revenge trading from the week before, so it was fortunate setups. Yesterday, he was trading against the bias, which is just such rookie mistakes. I don't know, maybe risking that much really just fucks up your psychology. But yeah, these are mistakes you can't make. Anyway, price is likely to retrace into this fair value gap and then shoot all the way back down here, probably filling in these gaps right here in liquidity. And yeah, that's what price is looking like. On ES, we don't see that much compared to the price action that we saw in NQ, which now that I think about it, low key is making it look like damn, it might be a SMT. Unfortunately, there is no, because like if we see how low ES has come NQ has come compared to ES, you understand exactly like how I see the SMT. Because if you see ES, NQ is damn near right here, and ES is still all the way up here, and it hasn't really filled in. It had a sweep of liquidity right here, and it fell a little bit, but it hasn't exactly had as big of a move down compared to NQ. So price action on ES was what I expected to be this morning, is what I expected to see from NQ and ES equally. But oh no, NQ just surprised and just had some enough volatility to do some actual moves. Now onto gold. Excuse my chart for looking so messy. I promise there's a method to my madness. As you can see here from gold, price action, gold has been so bullish for the past couple of weeks, and that's mainly because of the dollar losing value literally by the day. There's actually a stat that shows that the dollar's lost 10% of its value in the past year. So if you had $100,000 saved up in the bank, it's basically worth $90,000 now, and inflation's really just fucking everything up. That's why you cannot hold your money. You gotta like invest in crypto and some shit. And that's basically what I'm showing you. But you'll see what my projections for Bitcoin. But anyway, here we see that. Actually, let me show you the rally that gold's fucking had, because it's been crazy. Like you can't even short gold. Like every time you try to short gold, it just keeps on going past expectations. I predicted that gold was gonna come around here, which it still hasn't like completely beaten out, but it's just floating. It's just floating in this area. The -4 standard deviation right here from this low to this high, you go all the way up and it's still like it's past to even, and we see it's in a very high premium. I expect, at least I want to move down. I want sells, but the buying power is just too strong, and I guess people are losing faith in the dollar. So there also is a lot more people investing in gold at the moment, which is really smart for them. So yeah, so just a lot more buying power on gold. And right here we can see for the price action from, let's say, Tuesday until now, hasn't been anything crazy. From this morning, let's see, 9:30 a.m., like it's really it's barely moved like what, 20 points. Like it's not tradable really. I saw the charts, it wasn't anything to go home about. And right here, price had a reaction off of this -2 standard deviation, started rallying back up. My prediction right now, this is getting so easy, but probably gonna come right here, respect it. I think it's gonna take out this high and hit the. Now here's the thing though, I don't even like putting sell orders on gold, because this is a short position trade, and I don't even like doing that anymore because it just keeps on going higher and higher. So it really is sometimes just gambling. But anyway, on to Bitcoin. Bitcoin, that's where everything gets interesting, as we can see, right? I could even start from all the way back here, because I've literally marked out this whole basically fucking storyline of where price has been going, right? Right here we can see price retraced into this fair value gap, started rallying back up, and this was the time in around when Bitcoin was around, how low did it go? 74K. And then from April until now, it went up from 70K. So that's basically like $40,000, right? Because now it's at like 116. It's been at 116 for the longest time, right? And it's left, and in this, it hasn't been able to retrace into a discount this whole time. And I think that people are saying the bull run's over for Bitcoin, which it's partially true and partially not. For the next couple of weeks, Bitcoin is going to be going down in value, because it will have to retrace into these discounts right here. And this fair value gap, this -2, this order block actually is looking like where Bitcoin, let me even mark this out right now. Alright, it seems to be wanting to retrace into this weekly order block, and I'll show you even more confirmation if y'all think I'm crazy, because it just all aligns and lines up. Right now we see Bitcoin swept out. It's in this -2 standard deviation, -2 to -2.5. It's starting to have a mini reversal here, but then swept out this liquidity. Now it's starting to truly reverse back, and as you can see from this swing move down, you can see that the -2 and the -2.5 aligns perfectly right now with this daily order block. So price is likely to retrace into this order block, and I'll show you. Likely to retrace into this daily order block, then come back down and go finally into the discount of where Bitcoin actually does want to go, and then retrace into itself, and then that's when it will continue to go back up. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for tuning into this video today. I will be posting more videos like this. This is just basically a recap. This is basically just for you to keep up to date with exactly what's happening in price. So if you're interested in stuff like this, I suggest popping a follow, because I will be doing these videos like this more recently, and I'll be pumping these out a lot more often. So I'd suggest following, liking, subscribing, and following my social medias. That will be linked down in the description down below. I will be posting a standard deviation video, and just exactly going over exactly what strategy I've been using to be able to project price action so really good. So that will be coming up soon, maybe tomorrow or the day after, depending on the schedule. I'm in college, so shit's kind of it's kind of rough, but yeah. Thank you for watching this video, and